Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, the Mullet Man, Travis Hinton. You're watching 5-Star Takes, and I'm here to show you what Mullet Mania is all about. Be sure to tune in now on YouTube.
Hey everybody, it's almost Halloween, and as you can see, I'm in costume right now.
Oh, this guy, he's pretty clever. I get it because it says Halloween costume on it, and it's just a shirt.
I'm Shane.
2 levels. I'm Isaac. What's going on, yo?
That's
DDJ. Oh my God! And we are 5-Star Takes. We're here for another evening of incredible fun, entertainment, and some wrestling talk. We're also going to talk about baseball real quick because the World Series is going on. It just started. We're, I don't know, what, seventh innings, 8th inning right now. Last I checked, Yankees were up by a run. They left the bases loaded. Who's got predictions? You have predictions on this? I'm saying Yankees.
Here, hold up. Let's roll the intro video, and then we'll come back with our predictions.
Oh, okay. We'll come back with the predictions. Stay tuned.
Time for me to see how many Brazilians are on the teams.
Oh, hell yeah. You don't want Brazilians. They're not good at baseball.
Oh.
No, they're soccer players.
You want, Dominican Republic.
You love the Dominicans.
Well,
Mexicans.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I didn't want to say
the white guys from the Kansas and the Missouri area.
All right, you know what? Let's roll this intro video.
Yeah, otherwise I'm keeping naming races.
Yeah, we don't want that damage because who knows where that could go. So here we go, guys.
Oh yeah, we're back.
And then I thought to myself, what about the finish?
What about the finish?
That's
what about
the one
them?
thing they'll always remember. They'll always remember the finish.
Yeah.
What about the finish?
Is that a movie reference?
I don't know. Do you know what they do when the boats, all the warships come back into port in Norway?
No, what do they do?
They Scandinavian.
Oh God! Hold on a second.
Hey, whatever, man. I thought you were into the bad dad jokes. I thought you used to be your
Hey, hold on a second. My dad jokes aren't bad. Those guys over shooting shit just don't appreciate my sophisticated and awesome sense of humor.
So
that was just bad.
This is a great Scandinavian because that's the kind of country you are.
Yep, that's.
It also sounds like you're scanning the boats with like a barcode scanner to make sure they all reach.
For those that didn't understand it.
To that, I am so sorry and thank you for sticking around with us. But
yeah, shout out to whichever dumbass didn't get that one.
But all right, so we were talking World Series. We're kicking off right with that. You said predictions. So Isaac, what was your prediction?
I'd say the Yankees are getting number 28, dude. I think it's time. I think they're going to do it in 5 games. I think they win 1-2, lose game 3, and then win 4 and 5.
Wow, you're going to Yankees in 5. That's pretty bold. I'm going Yankees, but I think it's going 7.
7, huh? Ooh, yeah, we're bottom of the 7th right now. 2-1 Yankees are up.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean,
what say you, Shane?
Oh, God, I love baseball and I know it so much, and because of that, I'll tell you that the Dodgers are winning for sure.
Wow.
No chance.
And how many games do you think will be played?
Oh,
4-7.
well, so the research I did while the intro video was playing told me that they have Shohei Ohtani, but only have one hit, which is a home run in this game. So it'll probably 6 games.
6 games for the
I'm
Dodgers.
telling you that they're gonna drop this one, drop the next one, and then Otani's gonna activate his powers, and then they're going 4 straight.
All right.
Wow. Okay. So Isaac's got the Yankees in 5. I've got the Yankees in 7, and Shane's got the Dodgers in 6.
So is he like not pitching anymore, or just like not pitching this year or something? Didn't he like blow his elbow out or something?
It was just this season because he had I can't remember. I don't think it was maybe Isaac, you might know. He didn't have Tommy John surgery, right? It was something.
No, I thought he had an elbow thing.
It was like the UCL or something, I think.
He blew his elbow out.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like the last second return. They're gonna be like, oh, this guy's starting, but then he's gonna like break his toe in the back, and then Shohei Ohtani's gonna come out game 4.
Oh my God! Out of nowhere!
By God,
it's Shohei Ohtani.
Well, I had read it because I had actually seen this the other day. I think Dave Roberts came out, who's the manager of the Dodgers, came out and said and you never know, but he said there's absolutely no chance that Shohei pitches during the World Series.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
They're expecting him, as far as I know, like next season to be going back to doing both. So.
Well, that's the opinion of somebody who clearly watches less baseball than I do.
Shane, man, you're the man. I would go if I were you, Shane. I'd go on your Bets King Sports Dodger app and put in that bet right now for $15.
Listen,
hey, speaking of betting,
rest
take
in
a
peace,
moment.
Man.
Rest in peace, Pete Rose.
Legend, dude. By gosh.
I'll tell you, I have fallen prey to they like offer like multiples and stuff, so it'll be like, oh, like 3 times your win for this particular game, or like any game in this particular set of games. I have fallen prey when I was making money. I'd be bored and I'd be like, oh yeah, we'll bet on this baseball game, but then I'm just like, I don't turn it on. And then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm just...
Hey, Isaac, I think we've got another degenerate gambler in the mix here. I think Jovan, if you're watching this, which you better, because
Shane loves that shit, dude.
Oh yeah, no,
hit parlay all day, bro.
Oh yeah, no. Isaac knows I'm a degenerate gambler. If I had a casino closer to me in the city, I would,
I refuse to learn.
I have a casino like 10 minutes north of my house.
Oh, see, I'd be in trouble because I would get bored. Or like, here's my thing is that I would probably just get inebriated and then be like, oh man, going to the casino sounds like a great freaking now.
I refuse to learn how any of it actually works. Like, so I just can't do it. Like, I don't know how any of the sports betting online works. And I would do it if I knew how it worked. But I don't understand. I'm not that smart. Like, I don't understand the over-unders and the fucking whatever. I don't understand.
But I can explain it to you.
I don't know. I'm just not going to listen.
I would like to get involved in it. But I feel like if I start getting, I'd kind of be like what Shane described and stuff. I could see where that gets out of hand, because like I said, I've been to a casino. I've gone to a few casinos here and there and stuff. My wife and I go to the one up in Milwaukee, about 10 minutes from American Family Field, and we've gone up there a few times. Like just anniversary weekends, or just for the heck of it. And a lot of times, like, I'll play the slots for a little bit. She's really big into roulette and that. But like a lot of times, I find myself just getting as much enjoyment just walking around and like watching everybody else. And like, I can see why people love going to the casino, because it's like a really great environment, especially if you're winning and stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't have some of, and when I go, it's just it boggles my mind sometimes. Like I'll just see some people just pull out like these big old stacks of rolled up $100 bills and just throwing them on the table. It's like it's nothing, and I'm like, God damn,
it's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, those are either people that are wealthy and then just have fuck you money, or two, they are like professional gamblers, and that's that's
like Joey Fox.
I mean,
I feel like that's Joe all the way, man.
Yeah, dude. I come closer and closer. I did unblock Joe. I might add him back. I might add him back, dude.
I love him. He's so dumb.
No. I miss it. I do. Sorry, Dennis. We
yeah. I just watched the end of SmackDown, and they had a little tag team match for the championships between the Motor City Machine Guns and the
DIY.
No, the
Oh, did they do that? I see. I haven't gotten through all of it yet. So they did that match right after or something.
No, they right after they came out and challenged, and they accepted the challenge with the tribe or whatever, the fucking
the
bloodline. That's the word I'm looking for. And so they accepted a tag team match with the bloodline. And about halfway through, they tried to get involved on the outside, and the OTC showed up, and Jimmy and Jey Uso showed up. Jey Uso showed up in a hoodie with a mask on and made the save towards the end after a ref bump, and the Motor City Machine Guns fucking are the new tag team champs.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Third match in WWE, and they got the straps.
You know what though? Good for them. I mean, those guys are like, God. I remember like way back when in the day, days of TNA when they first started pull together, and I mean, and it's just like it's just sometimes you think of guys like Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg when they got together, how they just clicked right away. It's just sometimes that happens, and I remember very early on in their run together, Sabin and Shelley's like these guys can go. And I don't know if you guys know this, I believe they are the only tag team they are the only tag team that ever was in a match with the Dudley Boys and kicked out of the 3D.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Motor City Machine Guns are, it's interesting seeing them in WWE because they're two guys that I, thought, I mean, obviously up until recently, because with most rumors nowadays, when there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's pretty easy to look at something and go, oh, that's fake. But, when 3 or 4 sources are reporting it, it's generally real nowadays. So, in that way, I saw it coming. But up until then, I didn't think there was a chance you would see them in WWE. They're so synonymous with TNA, with New Japan, Ring of Honor as well, I believe, right, Dennis?
They did do some work with Ring of Honor. I want to say, I think
they had a run in AEW too.
They had a little run. Yeah, they did a brief stint in TNA. So they've gone everywhere. And I mean, and not only have they, and they're one of those rare tag teams where both guys, like, yes, they've enjoyed so much success as a tag team, but they've also enjoyed so much success as individuals. I mean, both Sabin and Shelley are former TNA World Heavyweight Champions. That both of them are multiple-time X Division champions, and stuff. And I mean, it's just amazing. And it's like I said, they can go, and it's just, great to see them getting, exposure on, arguably, I shouldn't say arguably, the biggest stage in professional wrestling, because these guys are really talented, and it's great that more people are going to be able to see what the three of us see.
I mean, it's crazy. I expected them to like get some action and get a push in WWE. I didn't expect them to be the tag champions. I certainly didn't expect them to beat the Bloodline for the belts.
But you know what? I'm shocked that it happened, as early, this sudden as well too. I mean, am I surprised they won the tag? No, but like I said, I'm shocked that it was this sudden. But obviously, no, when with the circumstances and everything, this is just more for blood, and this is good because there's don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Tama Tonga fan, and I loved having him, seeing him with the tag straps and stuff, but it's just right now this whole bloodline thing. The titles, there shouldn't be any titles involved right now because that this whole storyline doesn't need a championship, doesn't need tag titles, it doesn't need an intercontinental title, a U.S. title, a world title, whatever. It's just the story. It doesn't need a championship, so it's good to see now these tag belts can are going to be featured more, and it's going to be more about them. With obviously Motor City Machine Guns is the tag champs. We're gonna probably. I can't wait to sit down and watch the match they had with DIY. On SmackDown that's led to this, and then seeing them go up against like the Street Profits and all these other tag teams and stuff. It's just it's really cool, and I'm actually a huge fan. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, and with the Machine Guns, I hate to bring it up, but they've only probably got a couple really good years left in them. Those dudes are not young.
No.
I mean they debuted as a tag team, I believe, in like 2006.
They're close to
And they
20
both been wrestling.
now.
They've been wrestling for over 20 years. I mean,
yeah, I mean, so if there's a time to make them champion, I think it's earlier in their run, right? Because now you can, one, like Dennis said, you get the titles off of the bloodline. They don't need them. You move on, and then you've just got easy booking from now on. I mean, because you just have built in, hey, we're a tag team and we want to face the Motor City Machine Guns. You know what I mean? Because they're legends and they have the titles, and we would like to face them. I mean, you can get a couple months of booking super easy out of that.
Yeah, I'd love to see them have a decent run with those belts and just put on bangers at pay-per-views.
Yeah. Make the tag titles the work rate belt on SmackDown.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, and just you've got the Cody, the World Heavyweight Championship, which is still tied up in bloodline nonsense, and maybe Kevin Owens. Make those tag titles, the we love having wrestling matches belts. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of wrestling, Isaac, what do you got behind you there?
Oh, it's mullet time, dude. I got your shirts. I got some. The smallest one. This one is the baby mullet time.
Is that for Huey?
No, this one's the Matthews.
Oh, he's gonna be excited, but then he's gonna be like, "What is this all about?" Like he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is cool." Like, wait, who is that? Or
you gotta tell him the legend of Mullet Man, dude.
Oh, no,
the greatest wrestler that ever graced the great state of Vermont.
I'm gonna tell him and be like, you know what? And this is a shameful plug for the show. I said, you want to know who Mullet Man really is? Go back into the 5-Star Takes archives and watch our interview with him.
Boom! What a great interview. Our most watched episode, I'm pretty sure, to this day.
I believe it was and stuff. I mean, it doesn't take
Mullet Mania running wild.
It doesn't take much to become the most watched episode.
Whatever, man. It takes a lot to beat that one. I'll tell you that.
That was
Mullet
so
Mania
fun.
Was running wild in this place.
And we've been lucky enough to have some really good interviews. We had Mullet Man. We had
Deppen,
Tony
dude.
Deppen.
Tony Deppen, dude. We had Jesus. Yeah.
Barry Horowitz. Who else was it?
Oh, we had the Cold Hard Truth, Johnny Pierce too.
Yes, Johnny Pierce. And we're still.
What's up? Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. I want to talk about Johnny Pierce and Mullet Man a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
but and then just plug away.
Before we get into that, we were aware that we advertised Justin Race, a while back. It's just a lot of things have been happening. Life, happens, things like that. He's been sick. Some of us have been sick. We just had a lot of conflicts.
He had to go accept a Hall of Fame award for his dad.
Yeah. and we are still going to do the interview with him. It's still coming. As soon as we kind of have a definitive, it's done type thing, we'll be sure to let everyone know. But it is still going to happen. We're still going to be doing this interview with Justin Race at some point. So, but go ahead, Isaac.
Yeah, I went to a Green Mountain Wrestling show the other night or other afternoon. It was inside a brewery, which was fucking awesome. It was a wild ass crowd, which was great.
Did you have a beer
in a brewery?
I didn't, just because I'm just not drinking that much, and I like their beer. It's not a question of that. It's just I also had like an hour plus drive to get home after it, so it was one of those things. I'm like, not worth it. But I do highly recommend that if you are ever in Morrisville, Vermont, Lost Nation Brewery and Tap Room is fucking great place to go and get a beer, and an even better place to watch a wrestling show.
Speaking of, what'd you say? It was Green Mountain Wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they? I know they got another show coming up, and aren't they bringing in a former WWE superstar?
I think it's World of Hurt Wrestling is doing.
Okay.
Is got Dijak or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the one that I saw.
I think that's
Travis,
tonight. I think that's
Man
tonight.
Advertising.
My local federation just announced. I went and saw their show on Saturday as well. But they just announced, I believe yesterday, that the main, what I assume would be the main event, less like the hardcore matches, because they do that because they have to clean the shit up sometimes. But the heavyweight champion will be defending the belt against former Dark Order member Alan Angels. Pretty, pretty cool to see in a bar.
One of the local federations that I support at Chicago Style Wrestling. I just went to a show with my Ty, and we went and saw, they had Moose there from TNA.
Oh.
And they actually I don't think they're bringing anybody in for their November show, but their December show, which is in a different place than where they normally run. They just put up the poster. I think it was earlier today or within the last couple of days. They're actually bringing in Matt Cardona for their December show.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude. That'll be sick.
Yes, and Cardona's a good dude, man. If you ever get a chance to go meet him because he's a good dude.
Yeah, that's my pick, sir. It didn't happen.
We did that one already.
I know. I'm just kidding.
And by the way, guys, a little bit of a teaser. You're gonna get a double dose of picks, or it didn't happen tonight.
Yeah, 2 picks.
One for
I'm taking a swing, but I don't have a record because I don't do it enough. So mine's gonna
your
go.
Record's pretty bad. I don't think you've gotten one yet.
Let's put it this
I've only
way.
done like 3.
Let's put it this way. Former guest on this show, Barry Horowitz, has a better win-loss percentage than Shane does.
Oh, shit. God damn.
Or for picks,
That's cold. That's cold.
Well, just in general.
That's the cold, hard truth, apparently. But yeah, that was fun at the show. Mullet Man and I showed Shane. So there's they were the opening match, Mullet Man and Jobs, and they came out. And after the bell rang, their opponent was like, "Hey, we're in a brewery, man. Hold on. We want to party? You want to have some fun?" He takes off like the cheapest little beads and he gives everyone beads. And he throws beads in the audience. And then Mullet Man and fucking Jobsy and everyone start dancing in the ring and having a good time. And then the guy's tag team partner's like, "What the hell is this?" and breaks it up. But that was how it started, which was fun.
Yeah. What was his name? He's like he was like
Saharan Psycho.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I was guess like the Peruvian Strangler.
No, he was the Saharan Psycho.
Yeah, that was a something. My favorite thing about that video, Isaac, was when you get like a shot of the crowd and like you're clearly in a brewery. There's just stacks of fucking cans like in the back. And then like the hard cam that's facing this way.
That's facing towards where the bar was.
Yes. You can just see the crowd, and there's like a dad with 2 like insanely small children on a couch, and then there's like a really, really old couple, like grandma and grandpa. I'm like,
They were
that.
sitting. One of the old couples was sitting right next to me, and then there was like a lot. There's a lot of old people there. Like there was an insanely old couple that looked like a lot like they should belong in like a Pixar movie. They were both like looked like, but like one, but it was like a Pixar movie about like underground animals that kind of look like people. But they were having a great time. There was like a section of 4 like really like fucked up looking toothless ladies who were just going ape shit. Like someone, one of the guys like yelled at a kid, was like, "Oh, I'll take you on," and the lady like, "Oh fuck, kill you, I'll get you, son of a bitch." Like it's like he went after a kid. She was so mad, dude. Like it was like the easiest heat ever, and it was incredible. Like they were standing up and just screaming.
It's
And I love that.
it's
That's
love
why
that.
that stuff like that's why I love independent wrestling.
yeah, it's passion, man. It's just so funny to see because like my local promotion is like no old people. Like Wade is probably the oldest person that goes.
Oh yeah,
Like
we get
on like a regular basis.
we'll get 2-year-olds to like 80-year-olds.
Yeah, and then there's like one kid who always comes, and then sometimes he will bring like either a friend or a family member, and then there might be like another kid, but there's almost like no kids. And like obviously your promotion is more geared towards families, you know what I mean, than mine is. It's just funny to see. Because, like, you know, my promotion, the main event ended with somebody getting waterboarded with beer and then subsequently thrown onto a gigantic amount of thumbtacks and then a door with cut open pop cans on it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, they don't do stuff like that, but they don't think they pay enough.
Hey, Isaac, what do you say? We got a couple new things we're gonna try out today, and I'm thinking let's try out the one that you wanted to bring up.
Let's do that. Let's do that, and then we'll run our fucking commercial, and then we'll jump into part 2.
And okay, so here we go. So we got up on the screen here watching. This was something Isaac posted in our show chat, and it's erase one from each row. So in the top row we got Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, and R-Truth. Middle row we've got Logan Paul, AJ Styles, and Gunther. And then the bottom row you got John Cena, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins.
This is the first row. Isaac. The first row.
So again, what is a row? And I asked Isaac this earlier.
We're going across,
right? Or is it top to bottom?
Horizontal.
If you go top to bottom, like with if you go when KO, Logan Paul, and John Cena, that's a column.
There you go. You're right.
So it's across. So you got KO.
Yeah.
Finn.
Look at you with your fucking big brain. I love it. I was like, yeah, I don't know, dude. Just go across, dude. But yeah. No, the first row is hard in the sense that I love R-Truth and he's a national fucking treasure, and Finn Balor is just like a better wrestler. But I would still say Finn's got to go.
I would agree with you on that one.
I love Truth so much.
And I've said it many times before, and I think I brought it up on this show. I know I brought it up on other shows, but R-Truth, when he is done, he is a Hall of Famer, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and like Isaac and I were talking about this earlier. I mean, I think it really depends on how you like what you're judging on. You know what I mean? Because if it's strict entertainment value and it's completely, subjective, I think that you could choose whatever you want, obviously. But if you're looking at it through like a what the person has, I don't want to say meant for the company, but the position the person has been in, you know what I mean, in the company more often, you would have to go with Truth, right? Because Truth in the end is a comedy act more often than not.
Agreed. But I just feel
the
like
best one ever.
Yeah, I would say he's one of, if not the best comedy acts ever. But I mean, just think about all the just to me when I looked at this, and this is kind of how I looked at it with all three of these. It's like I go each row, like which for me it was when you take one away, which one would have the least amount of impact on the product, and to me that's why. And again, no disrespect towards Finn whatsoever, because he is an amazing wrestler and and stuff, but it's just, to me, I feel like you take him away, it doesn't, the butterfly effect or whatever, the domino, whatever you want to call it. To me, it makes the least amount of impact, like, with the WWE. Like, WWE isn't that, if anything, that radically different if Finn's not there.
But if you're taking them away, does that take away Finn's work in NXT as well? Or
that's good. That's a good point.
Because I mean, are
we erasing them from history?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say because if it's erasing somebody from history, think about the implications with the Bullet.
You can't erase the Black.
No, I agree 100%. If it's complete, I took it just from WWE.
Yeah.
But
no, I mean,
completely. I agree with you 100% there.
Yeah.
You can't take Finn away. It'd have to be R-Truth.
Because if there's no Finn, who knows? AEW might not even exist.
No, you're right.
Because
wow, we've had a mind change right there with that argument. All right, I'm still sticking with Finn Balor because I'm going with subjective, and I'm saying who has entertained me more. And if I had to pick one person to keep on that whole fucking thing, who's given me the most consistent entertainment throughout his career, it's R-Truth. He's number one.
That's very fair.
But at the same time, if we're just talking about something else, is like best wrestlers, best worker, who's getting it's a different conversation. But for me, I'm going off each row. Who do I think is going to take away the most entertainment? And I'm going to keep those guys. Who do I lose? Like if I'm losing entertainment, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with R-Truth still.
Right. No, you guys. So we got the second row, which was the easiest one. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah,
and we've, I agree with it. This was definitely the easiest as well too. But you can't really deny what Logan Paul did. I mean, he's brought a lot of mainstream attention to the company, probably more so than anybody else on this middle row, and that's really the only thing he's got going for him. And I mean, every match he's been in, he's looked really good. And he's
but that's how many? What, 6?
No, I agree. I'm just saying though. I mean, I can't totally just dismiss and and not just totally discredit him and stuff. But I mean, I agree. This was the easiest one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think that there's any reason to discredit Logan. But the bottom line is AJ Styles is a WWE Hall of Famer. He's a New Japan Hall of Famer. He's probably Ring of Honor Hall of Famer. He's already a TNA Hall of Famer.
He's the guy.
Overall pro wrestling, one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Guys. And then, Gunther is on like an all-time run still.
The best
there
up
hasn't
and
really
comer.
been a run like Gunther's had on the main roster in a really, really long time. I mean, think about it, with 666-day reign with the Intercontinental Championship, just totally obliterated the Honky Tonk Man's record.
Mm-hmm. No, that's amazing, and he's not even close to being done yet.
And just think about everything he's done on the independent scenes, back over in Europe. I mean, those chops and just
all his NXT UK matches.
One of my favorite all-time YouTube videos is a compilation video of him chopping people, mostly in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. But it's set to God's Gonna Cut You Down by Johnny Cash.
Nice.
So
I want to go. I'm gonna have to go.
And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder, and then the video just cuts to him chopping Keith Lee, and then the song just starts back up. It's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
All right, so let's move on to
we got to
that
move
bottom
into this
row.
last row, man. This one is the hardest one, I think.
It's,
and this
it's
is where
nearly impossible.
this is
Really.
the one where
Me,
Shane
I
and
don't
I
think
got into
it wasn't that hard
contention.
for me.
It was hard for me.
So
And I had to say Seth Rollins got to go. And Shane had an answer that honestly shocked me.
What's that answer, Shane?
to me, Randy is the one that would have to go.
No.
And here, I'll tell you why.
I want to hear this because
I think okay. I just thought of something, but yes, go ahead and listen. I'm anxious to see what you have to say about this.
Has Randy Orton ever been the guy?
They've tried, but
Not really. I mean,
no.
he was, he's been top of the card, but he was always trading top of the card with like Triple H and Cena and Edge, and to me, Randy Orton was never the guy in the company. Cena, I think here is untouchable, right? Like unless you're looking at this purely subjectively and you're a fuck Cena guy, there's no way you can choose Cena if you're looking at it through any other.
Way too.
If you're being objective.
So my argument for why Seth should stay is that Seth was and has been the fucking guy in WWE for, God. I mean, he's really been the guy for 5 or 6 years, but he's
with
been
Roman,
one of the mainstays. But again, they've not been on the same show. You know what I mean? They've separated them on purpose. I mean, WWE would, really have been unwatchable through, portions of, especially like COVID, and when it was really bad in like 18 and 19 without Seth.
Yeah,
and also too, and I thought about this just as you were getting ready to speak. We don't have that WrestleMania moment where he cashes in Money in the Bank at Mania, and so I mean,
we lose. You know what we lose if we get rid of Randy? We lose one of the greatest calls of all time, which is RKO out of nowhere. And that's a shame. That's a real fucking shame. Because say what you want. You look at what is some of the most iconic moments of fucking his career? It doesn't, nobody, like, you go back and you think about it, and Seth does have some of the stomps, but also he has that time where he went for the stomp and then Randy RKO'd him.
Yeah,
out of space. That was on the night that he cashed in.
I'm just saying that Randy, it's that's why it's hard for me, because Randy has some of the most iconic moments of all, like the fucking Evan Bourne, like the shooting star press into the RKO. I mean, there's just so many of them. But
again, Seth has some of those moments too. I mean, think about the Shield turn. Obviously, the Money in the Bank cash in.
Yeah.
Another one that comes to mind is him when he returned from that knee injury, and he cost who was it? Well, Dennis is gone, but he would be able to answer. Who was it? Was it Roman?
Say that one more time again, just so.
When Seth returned, I believe it was from the knee injury. I believe he returned like at Money in the Bank, something like that.
A little before that, like
all I remember is that he came back and he pedigreed somebody.
He beat Roman. I think that was his first match back from the knee injury, and stuff. But then right after that was when Dean Ambrose cashed in Money in the Bank and beat Rollins.
Oh, that's 100% what I'm thinking of. He also stabbed Rey Mysterio's eye out with his steel steps.
That was so
poor
stupid.
Rey. Right after Rey got thrown off a building, too.
Yeah, and killed him. And who was the other one? Was it Aleister Black?
Yeah.
That was awesome. The Royal Rumble 2020 is
the worst
a work of art.
The worst. It wasn't the Rumble. That was the...
No, it was Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Oh, sorry.
The worst.
The Royal
one of the
Rumble
worst.
2020 match was actually one of the better ones they've done, in my opinion.
The fucking oh god,
Money in the Bank.
that Money in the Bank match still might be one of the worst things I've ever watched in my life.
But you know what though?
Though.
It was you know what? It may be, but you know what? Shout out to WWE for like trying something different during COVID, because you know, considering everything that you know all, that we had to deal with and all the protocols that were in place and stuff. I mean,
they also tried something that had been tried before that didn't work, which was like throwing someone off the top of a building in pro wrestling, which has definitely been done before, and it was awful the first time.
It was a fever dream.
You know what though? It's not the first time somebody. It's not the first time somebody fell off a building. Remember the big monster truck sumo match?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is when Hogan threw off Big Show. It's the second time they've done it. Yeah, they've done it before.
We're gonna talk. We're here in a little bit. We're gonna kind of shift to the main focus of what we're going to talk about tonight, and that is Halloween Havoc, and we're going to be talking about some Halloween Havoc moments. So we'll probably talk a little bit about that one. But you know what? Let's take a little break here because we got one more thing I want a little game I want to play with you too. And then after that, we'll get into our main event of the evening, and that's Halloween Havoc talk. So we'll be right back after this message from yours truly at and Waukesha Sports Cards. Hey there, it's DDJ from 5 Star Takes, and when I come up to Milwaukee to see the Brewers play, there's one place that I always make it a point to stop at. Waukesha Sports Cards. Come on, let's go inside and check out what they got. Thank you. Thank you. Be sure to stop by one of their 3 locations or go to www.waukeshasportscards.com. I love that place.
Home away from home, man.
Yes, it is. I was actually just up there a little over a week ago before he left. My nephew and I and his wife decided to take a trip up there to get some stuff. And he also used it as an excuse to grab some donuts from Quick Trip, which is a chain of gas stations up in the Wisconsin area. In my opinion, the best gas station food out there. And we decided to take some donuts on the road because I was in Indiana last weekend visiting family. Also got to hang out with Silver Wolf and the hot one, Giovanni Tuhati, as well, because they came down and hung out with me and my family and
shout
stuff.
Out.
Yeah, and if you want to hear some really good stories about things that were discussed between Sean and Jovan and my wife, they told some stories about me. Check out the latest episode of Shooting Shit, which just recently dropped right before we started recording this, because there's some good stuff on there. So if you want to hear some, I don't necessarily want to say humiliating or degrading, but just some stuff, some stories about me, watch the latest episode. And please, if you watch that show already, please watch our show, because we want more people to watch this, because we have fun and we want to share our love and wealth.
Not too many, though. Not too many.
Yeah, no, just
keep it like sensible. Yeah, let's keep it under 20.
Yeah,
so you don't feel overwhelmed, because then I get nervous and I probably have to put pants on.
Well, I would. Wait, are you wearing pants right now?
No.
Wait. Why would I ask a stupid question like that?
Yeah.
You're lucky I got a shirt on, pal.
Yeah, we all know what happened the last time you didn't wear a shirt.
just fully in your underwear.
Yeah, dude. I almost did. Shit almost happened. All right.
All right, so I got a little game I want to play. I got a little game I want to play with you guys. A little bit of a background story on this. You guys know who Chris Van Vliet is, right?
Yes.
Amazing interview. Hell of a guy. Has a great podcast.
Yeah, you had him on your show at a former point. Former show.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, we had him on. He was a great interview too, and stuff. And definitely go listen to his podcast. You can follow him on Twitter. And honestly, I follow him on Twitter, and he posts these little things here, and you basically guess the wrestler, and it's based on all these different championship belts, and you'll see here and stuff. And I thought to myself, just like, this is really cool because I find myself doing these and stuff and trying to figure out who the wrestler is. And I just thought this would be fun for Shane and Isaac to
Scott Steiner.
No, this isn't
my
Steiner.
guess.
This isn't Steiner math. So I'm gonna pull.
No, that's my guess.
Well, you got to see the thing first. So
I'm gonna guess it anyway.
Oh well.
No,
I'll tell you right now.
That's not what I meant. I didn't mean Scott Steiner. I meant something else.
All right, well, here I'm gonna put this up on here, and you're gonna take a look at all these championships, and then just I want you guys each get one guess, and I won't say anything until both of you have guessed. So here we go. Guess the wrestler.
Oh,
so he started as an Intercontinental, then he is a 2-time European.
Won the Intercontinental Championship again, then went on to win 4 WWE Championships.
Is this in a row?
That's got to be HBK.
It's just basically you follow this in order. So like you follow the arrows.
The spinner,
okay. So it's in chronology.
Ooh, I'd say John Cena.
No,
because
maybe John Cena. He never won the European title
or the Intercontinental title. So
man, it looks a lot.
You guys get when you guys have had a chance. You guys get one guess and then I will let you know who it is after you both have made your guess.
The European Championship. Wait. I think I've got a
guess. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my original instinct on this one, even though it's probably wrong. Because I don't think they ever held the big one.
Who was your original guess?
I was thinking Shawn, but then I'm looking at the last belt. Okay, I got a guess.
Okay, is this your final guess?
Yeah, I got mine.
Wait, oh God.
Ooh,
I've got no clue, but yeah.
Mine's wrong. It's gotta be wrong.
Who's your guess, Isaac?
What the hell are those last belts?
Which ones?
The tag
ones.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah, what's the one? Are they just different tag title belts?
No, the one there. Are you talking about the one between the spinner and then the?
Yeah.
I believe that was the Unified Tag Team Championships from
like 20,
like late 2000s, early 2010s.
Okay. All right. Okay. I definitely have a guess.
Okay.
All right, Isaac, who's your guess?
I'm just gonna go with Brock. I don't think it's right, but I don't think Shawn Michaels is right either. So those are the only two that came to my head looking at all those.
And Shane,
I want to say Jericho too.
And Shane, who's your guess?
Edge.
Okay. So
that's a good guess.
So first off, Isaac, your guess?
Yeah. Didn't start out with the Intercontinental.
And then Shane, your guess was Edge, right?
Yeah.
It's a good guess.
It's actually Triple H.
Is that Triple H? God, I almost said H.
Makes a lot of sense.
Because his first championship was when he won the Intercontinental Championship. I think it was in '96.
Yeah,
then went on to have two runs with the European title. Then the Intercontinental. Yeah, like I said, it takes a while, but I mean, he does these. I don't know how often, but I think these are just so much fun. So
yeah, that's great.
So
yeah,
keep an eye out for him. Let's keep it up.
Yeah,
all right,
it's fun.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our main.
We're gonna spin the fucking wheel and make a deal, baby.
We're gonna make a deal. So we're gonna start off by talking about like Halloween Havoc in general, and just Because I mean, there were, during the days of WCW, I believe there were like I think it was 12 editions they did.
It was all too many, but yeah, there
And
was a
stuff,
lot of them. It was a big show too. They treated
It
that
was.
like one of the big four.
And the wheel make the freaking deal.
They did that for a couple of years, and then they had and this is a guilty pleasure of mine when it comes to wrestling matches, the Chamber of Horrors match
Oh Jesus!
where Abdullah the Butcher got electrocuted.
Yeah,
dude, and the handle kept falling over and over again, and the guy had to keep going and like putting it back up.
Yeah,
every time they hit the cage, it would fall down.
And it was a guilty pleasure because like that was when I kind of right around when I was really starting to get into wrestling, and I would always go to my grandpa's house to watch the pay-per-views because he would get them and stuff. Nice. But and stuff, but I mean, yeah,
spectacle.
What's that?
That was a spectacle.
It was, but I mean, there were some really good matches, and one that I kind of want to bring attention to, and this is actually from what I think is the best Halloween Havoc ever, and that's from '89. So actually, the very first one. There's a real, I mean, you had Sting and Flair in the Thunderdome cage with against, I think it was Terry Funk and the Great Muta, but there was a match on the undercard that should get a lot more attention than it does. And it was Lex Luger defending the U.S. title against Flying Brian Pillman, man. I mean, go watch that match if you've never seen it before. Pull it up on Peacock, and it is just such a phenomenal match. And I mean, that's like one of those. If you've never seen it, go do yourself a favor and watch it, and you'll come back and thank me later.
Yeah, I'm sure I've watched it at some point, but never like really sat down and watched it. I'm just taking a quick look because I'm definitely not as good as Dennis is at remembering what matches came from what show. But I mean, a match to talk about is Dean Malenko versus Rey Mysterio in the opener of Halloween Havoc '96 for their cruiserweight belt. Was amazing, as most of those cruiserweight matches were.
And you had a year later Mysterio versus Guerrero.
Yep. That's what I was gonna get to. Is Mysterio versus Guerrero. And one of my favorite things about that card, not Halloween Havoc '97, is Gato is on it.
We watched that one, didn't we?
That's right.
Yeah. Gato, who goes on to become, head booker for New Japan, really, when New Japan was at its biggest. I mean, when New Japan was really churning in like 16, 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
New Japan from like 2009 to like that era, like 2020, was just so good. Was that Inferno match at a Halloween Havoc?
Which one?
The one with Sting and Vampiro.
No, that was I believe Great American Bash 2000.
Yeah, I don't remember which match. The Human Torch match, dude. What a fucking.
I'll tell you what Halloween Havoc '97 had back to back, and we watched this, and this will access repressed memories from you. They ran Alex Wright with Deborah, defeating Steve Mongo McMichael in 6 minutes and 31 seconds, directly into Jacqueline defeating Disco Inferno in 9 minutes and 39 seconds.
Jacqueline is the hottest of the hot. Jacqueline, Jesus Christ. Woo. Oh my God.
He was just on
I just remember Puppies.
She was just on what was it? They just had like was that God, what was that show that was just on like I can't remember if it was a Raw or SmackDown or the last premium live event they did, but she was there and she still looks great.
No doubt, dude. She was a 10.
Yeah, there's a saying about that.
So it's just a heads up. It's tied in the bottom of the ninth at 2 with 2 outs.
Oh man!
Oh, let's go Dodgers!
The Dodgers are trying to come back. They're trying to sneak in the first win here. So
I mean, do we want to do?
Picture it didn't happen.
I mean, do we want to do predictions for?
Oh yeah, sorry, yes, we do.
Place this Sunday at 7:00.
Yeah, let me pull up the card here real quick, and then we'll do that. But one other match that I really want to talk about as well, too, because I've been going back and watching some old Halloween Havocs. I'm actually watching 92 right now. And it just started. There's a really good tag team match on there that I also was a huge fan of. And that was Dustin Rhodes and Barry Windham defending the unified, it was NWA and WCW Tag Team Championships against Dr. Death Steve Williams and Stunning Steve Austin. Man, that was like one of those.
Wow.
It was a great match. Here, hang on one second. I almost got the card up here.
Dude, you said wow.
Wow, what a catch. No, it's just an incredible play to end the bottom of the ninth inning.
No, it was just really funny to watch with no actual context. You're just going, wow.
Okay, so I got the card. I got the card here.
Sound like Christopher Walken. Wow.
And just as a reminder, how everybody's doing, and this is updated as to.
We don't need to remind everyone how bad I'm doing.
Well, I'm still gonna do it anyways.
Well, you're behind by a full 10 matches.
Dude, I'm 10 back in the standing. I'm 14 back in the standing.
You made a little run for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, it's all the goddamn AEW shows where they have 13 fucking matches. I have to guess, and I don't know who any of these people are.
No,
then I'm like,
stop guessing against the Bucks.
It's the law of averages.
Yeah, it's 50-50, man.
So, okay, so here we go for
good at the AEW or the NXT and WWE ones generally.
Probably a good thing you don't sports bet.
So
I know.
Okay, so here we go with for NXT Halloween Havoc. We got 5 matches on the card. We're gonna start with Kalani Jordan defending the NXT North American Women's Championship match in the Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal match, where it's Spinner's Choice, and it was JC Jane, and it's going to be against one member of Fatal Influence. That'll either be JC Jane, Fallon Henley, or Jasmine Nix. And again, this match is for the NXT Women's North American Championship. To me, it's Kalani's going to retain.
So I hate to shit on NXT, but what a terrible spin the wheel, make a deal like stipulation.
Could be one of the 3.
Yeah, like if you don't know what else to do, just do some goofy shit. Do a Trigger Street fight. It's literally always fun now. Somehow the WWE's turned those goofy matches almost always into a good time.
Yep.
I agree.
Who do you think the opponent will be?
I'll
go with Fallon.
I mean, it's either Fallon or JC, right?
I think it's going to be JC.
But regardless,
I do think yes.
Kalani Jordan retains.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so next up we have in an ambulance match we have Andre Chase versus Ridge Holland.
Ooh.
I mean,
you kind of gotta let Ridge Holland put him in the ambulance, don't you?
Like, you know what? He already technically did.
The bottom line is Chase U is never going to win anything. They can't have friends. They can't have championships. They are Kaladin Stormblessed. Trying to rise above and do their best at all times. I mean, Ridge Holland's gonna win, and I'm gonna be really mad like a mark, dude.
So
I'm gonna be so frustrated.
So Shane's going with Ridge. Isaac, you're going with Ridge as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ridge, although I could see a situation where this is like because they can't win belts they throw him this one, especially if Ridge has already put him in an ambulance once.
Ridge has already put him in an ambulance. Andre just came back, and I think for that reason alone, I'm going with Andre Chase gets the win.
All right. Well, let's keep it that way, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong. It doesn't matter much if Isaac is right or wrong at this point. So
it
he can
matters to
take it
me,
too.
damn
It
it.
matters to him.
No.
He's playing for personal pride now.
Yeah, dude. I want to at least get above 500.
Oh, do you want a participation trophy?
No, but I want to earn my way towards the top. Yankees got a base hit with 1 out.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, so we got next up in a match that I think is good. I think could potentially steal the show. We have a women's tag team dream match where we have Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, teaming up with Cora Jade, and they're going up against Julia and Stephanie Vicaire.
They were. I think he retained.
Oh, this isn't a title match. It's just a
Oh.
tag match.
No.
Oh.
Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade
Yeah.
versus Julia and
Perez
Stephanie
and Jade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Shane?
Why's that?
Because I don't know who the hell the other two are.
Julia's huge over in Japan, and Stephanie Vicaire is actually I think did competed in CMLL, and dude, you really got to go look.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like
two
the
new
two biggest
signings.
women signing.
Yeah, then they're gonna
Yeah.
win.
This-
I'm sorry,
this
they're
year.
gonna win. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay,
So I'm gonna.
Julia and yeah,
Julia and Stephanie.
let's call
Shane.
it.
So I'm gonna disagree with you, because I don't know if NXT.
Just stole second.
I don't know if NXT has room for both Julia and Stephanie Vicaire to be faces. I think that this match, either ends in fuckery with the heels, or it ends with one of the two faces turning on the other one, and then they can face off in a rivalry between themselves, and then they can figure out what to do with them. You know what I mean? After that, so
I think they're getting their first win in their match, first big match.
I'm gonna go with Isaac on this one. I'm going with Stephanie Vicaire and Julia. So, all right. So we got two more matches here. We have in a what is called being billed as a spin the wheel, make the deal match, tables, ladders, and scares.
Ooh,
for
spooky.
the NXT North American Championship, in which the match can only be won by pinfall. We have Tony D'Angelo defending the North American Championship against former champion Oba Femi.
Oba lost?
Yeah.
His belt?
Yeah.
Yeah, to Tony D'Angelo.
The second episode of NXT on CW when they were in
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Wow.
Isaac, let me tell you, they told a really good
Wow.
story. They told a really good story up to Tony D'Angelo winning. He like lost his confidence, and then the whole D'Angelo family like supported him and like built him back up, and then they had like multiple weeks of like training vignettes, and then he comes out with his confidence and he wins. And it was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going with my boy Oba Femi winning. He gets get him his belt back, or maybe he goes for a different title. Ooh.
I think that Tony retains, and then Oba goes and Oba goes and hangs out with Trick Williams.
I'm gonna go with Shane on this one. I'm gonna go with Tony D'Angelo retains, because I mean, I think to go do all this what they did with Tony D'Angelo with basically what Shane just said, just to have him take it away, it's just, to me, I think would be the wrong move at this point. And Oba doesn't need that. Like Oba's gonna be. In fact, I'm gonna say this right now: Oba Femi will be on the main roster with it by this time next year.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has it. He's unrefined, but whatever it is, he has it.
Another base hit. Runners first and third.
Oh, is this top of the ninth or bottom of the ninth?
Top of the 10th.
Top of the 10th. Oh,
we're in extra innings.
Okay.
So, all right.
Good,
so we got
good stuff.
So we got one more match. In a spin the wheel, make the deal, Devil's Playground match for the NXT Championship. We have Trick Williams defending against Ethan Page.
Trick.
Yeah, Trick.
Although I do think we see a side of Ethan Page that we haven't seen before.
I agree. I'm gonna go with Trick as well too, and I really liked what Ethan Page had to say on NXT and that
he cut a great promo.
He's got a great promo, and again, seeing him how well he's doing on NXT, it's just kind of makes me wonder just how AEW could have botched it so badly with him.
He looks like
sort of run,
and the reason why I think we all agree is that he just looks like one of those veterans that could go anywhere on the card and it doesn't matter. He can lose this match and then Trick can, like I alluded to earlier, I think get into a program with Oba now, but he can go anywhere on the card, and have probably a nice program with somebody, and elevate them.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like one of those veterans that just will give the rub to somebody who needs it.
Yeah, and I think he's going to do that with Trick in this match. I think this is going to be kind of like Trick Williams's official, like, I have arrived, like, as the guy in NXT match. Because I will say this, I think Trick is going to bleed in this match. I think there will be blood in this match, and I think it's going to be Trick's. But I think he's going to pull it out. He's going to pull it out and win, and then I think he's going to move on, like I said, to Oba Femi or whatever they got lined up next.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is do you think NXT might go a little bit, outside of what they normally do? I personally don't think he's going to bleed. I don't know if they're ready to, take that on in NXT. But I was wondering if maybe they would do something like, like thumbtacks or what I mean. Something just a little bit more.
I think you're going to see something that we haven't seen next, like you said, and I've got a feeling I think Trick's going to bleed.
I think that would be awesome. I mean,
I did like when they pulled out Wade Barrett pulled out the bag of the beads.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a nice touch in that last match. Him and CM Punk had.
Punk, you mean Drew McIntyre?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Mac. When he pulled out the bag of the bracelet beads, that was great. That was a really good moment. I can think we see something similar to that where they pull out something fucking kind of nutty and have a crazy match. The Yankees just stole another base.
Hey, Isaac.
Oof. Yeah, it's that time. Are we hitting the music?
Speaking of things that are cool.
Oh, hell yeah, dog. Let's do it.
It's time for Picks or It Didn't Happen with Isaac. Hey, that's me.
Hey, that's me. Well,
and not only just me this week.
Yeah, me too.
And Shane.
So hey, okay, so let's do this. Who wants to go? You know what, Isaac? I'll let you because you're like the guy. You're on a hot streak. Do you want to go first, or do you want Shane to go first?
I'll get mine out of the way. Mine was Undertaker.
Undertaker, huh?
I don't think you met Undertaker actually, and I think I might screw up my streak on this one.
Well, let's find out. Did Isaac screw up the streak or not? Here we go.
Wow, okay.
Man, I thought you messed up too, but I didn't want to say anything because I was like, if I start talking shit and I'm wrong, well, I'm gonna look like an idiot.
I for sure was
like,
for sure thought there was no way. Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome,
dude. So there's no way mine's right, dude. Picks or It Didn't Happen. Joey Janela.
I bet he's got a Joey Janela too.
Oh my God, Shane, that one!
I did it! I scored!
Yo, Adrian, you did it!
I scored!
Yes!
God damn, dude.
The first time ever we've had two
Holy shit.
good picks.
Never gonna
didn't
score.
happen.
I'm never gonna score. Yeah, look at him. He's old. He's probably scored 1,000,000 times. You're darn right I have.
I love Beavis and Butt-Head, the movie.
And her she's probably screwing every night. And me, I'm never gonna score.
There's slots as far as the eye can see.
Dude, one of my all-time favorite clips of any show ever is Beavis and Butt-Head Do America, and it's Beavis and Butt-Head on the plane.
Yes.
And the lady just gives Beavis.
I know all about tired.
Oh,
Yeah,
the caffeine pills or
When I
whatever.
poop too much.
And then they're like, would you like any a chicken piccata? And then the fucking just the jump cut to cornhole in the aisle. Piccata, dude.
So
good.
So, we're gonna play the outro video here, but we're a little bit. Normally, we just kind of free flow with our little post credit stinger. But I'm gonna share with you, if you guys have not seen this Beavis and Butt clip, you need to go out and find it online or go watch it on Paramount Plus. But hold on, we're gonna play the intro video. Thanks everybody for watching. Stick around for our little post credit stinger. And yeah.
No way, Butthead. No way.
Okay, so you guys know that when Paramount Plus came out, they brought back Beavis and Butt-Head, right?
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched any of the new episodes.
Well,
I watched
I can't remember if it
the
was
original new season.
Which was
like
kind of good.
They had some great ones. The one where like you show them where they're like present day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Butthead's just on the couch with the oxygen tank.
Yeah.
And Beavis is just constantly ripping his vape.
So here, okay. So they did, you know how they do the videos and stuff. There is a clip of them watching. I believe it was Ghosted.
Yes, dude.
Hey, so
yes,
you know which one I'm
yes. Oh my god, the single greatest moment in Beavis.
Yes, and that was the one I was going with. If you have not seen this, Shane, you have to find. I'll try to see if I can find it on YouTube, and I'll post it in our show chat here.
Dude, yes.
But
I mean,
so basically.
When we get out of here, just play it for me. Just put it.
I'll put it on there, but just for anybody that's listening here. So, because we're still recording, and I want to get this out there, and then we'll cut it. So, they're watching this, and it was this girl or whatever was like trying to found this guy like she went out with whatever, and all of a sudden he ghosts her, and she was like, why did you ghost me? And he came out and said, it's because all she ever wanted to do was have sex. And Beavis literally lost it. And normally when Beavis loses it, Butthead's like, dude, shut up or I'll kick your ass. And they
and Butthead also loses it. Okay.
But no, Butthead just sits there and supports him. Like, yeah. And Beavis destroys
you know what,
Butthead?
You're absolutely right.
I mean, it is like I laughed my ass off when I saw that. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat.
Hold on a second. Well, once we're done here, I got it all queued up. We're ready.
All right, here. So, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, bye. Bye.
Sorry, bro. Legends of the Ring Sting, man. This is a great figure, old school figure. Looks great. It's Sting! Old school Sting from WCW. Guys, you know us, 3/4 of the Shooting Shit team, and we're here with a listener just like you guys. This is Jimmy from Super Powers Comics.
My friend of almost 20 years. He's known him since you were 12.
If you know people in Chicago, you probably know Dennis because he knows half the town, of course. But shooters, if you need action figures, comics, wrestling memorabilia, we just showed you Sting. Superpowers Comics will put up their QR code so you can get a good look at everything they have coming. Give it a shot, shooters. Get your superpowers on and get your comics from our friend Jimmy, who listens just like you.
Attention wrestling fans and fans of Shootin' Shit podcasts. You can now be one of the cool kids by going to ProWrestlingTees.com and buy the official Shootin' Shit t-shirt. Buy it now and be there at ringside.
This episode and all episodes of 5 Star Takes are now available on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@5StarTakes. Be sure to like and subscribe. Get all of your 5 Star Takes news and updates by going to our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/SHOOTINSHT. And as always, thanks for watching.